Welcome to Thursday. It's time for Smell the Coffee. I am Yolanda Nell, and this morning I am joined with Lenora.
Oh, it's so good to see you on the other side.
Yes, I know. I welcomed you this morning because I was here yesterday as well. And so this is my second expo day, and it's only your first.
It's my first day, and I actually wish I had come yesterday because I feel like I don't have enough time to do everything that I want to do. So I'm just like, I should have come yesterday.
The expo is busy. There's a lot happening. The networking sessions are starting this morning. And I think it's going to be very, very interesting.
And there's also some quite exciting shows tonight as well that people can look forward to. I just feel overwhelmed because I'm like, there's so much to do. I should have been here yesterday. Yeah.
I also heard a lot of people say the wine tastings are great.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. So what have you done?
I browsed through very quickly yesterday. So today is also my day where I'm going to spend time. I did came across Pegasus homeopathics, and they really interest me because I can look at something for my kids and for myself and for sinus relief for the whole family, and they even have a pet range, and that is just wonderful.
I struggle with sinuses, and I know you told me this before the show started, so I'm also looking forward to going to check what they have, how I can be helped, because I have suffered with sinuses ever since I could remember, so I'm looking forward to that.
And they told me they have expo specials that is only valid at the expo until tomorrow.
Yeah, so I better get myself there, right?
But we have a full show. Next up, we will have a studio guest, and then it is followed by the news. Do stay tuned.
You're still watching your favorite breakfast show. I'm joined in studio by Simone from Wild Waters Lodges. I hope I pronounced your name correct.
That's perfect, actually.
Oh,
Simone,
thank you,
well
thank you.
easy.
Yes, I was rehearsing. How are you doing this morning?
Very well, good. Had a good coffee, so...
Yeah, you're smelling the coffee with us.
Yeah, the day starts perfectly with a good coffee, yeah.
No, that's good to hear, that's good to hear. Well, can you tell us a little bit more about Wild Waters Group of Lodges?
Right, yes. Wild Waters it's like an umbrella company of our lodges that they are based in the Zambezi region that was called the Caprivi Strip before. All of our camps are in joint venture with the communities, and we are in the park or just close to the national parks, and it's really wild areas and beautiful areas to explore.
Now, I'm planning to travel Namibia more, and I want to be a tourist in Namibia, and I understand that all your lodges are far north. Could you explain to me why is it so important to see this part of Namibia?
Well, besides the economical impact to that region, which is big, tourism has a big impact on communities and on that area. It's also because it's such a diverse and different landscape and area from what you have used to the normal landscape of Namibia. You would say your Etosha, your Swakopmund areas, your central Namibia. So it's just for your interest of seeing a beautiful different area. Yeah.
I see. So why do tourists choose your lodges?
I think because of what I just said, because it is Namibia, but really in a different environment. It's lush, it's green. We have rivers, we have diversity of wildlife, like a hippo. You would never see a hippo in the dunes. So it's like a different Africa or different Namibia, but it's still within the country. It makes it easy to explore, yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely make a note to visit one of your lodges. So I understand that you have been at the Tourism Expo from yesterday. So
Yeah.
how has the experience been for you?
I think great. I think the setup here, the country club, it's really better than what it was before because it's all compact and easier, and it's make it easier for the visitors to flow around the various stands, and it's even for us to move around. And when we had to do the setup was just easier. So I hope today to see a lot of people visiting, and tomorrow. So looking forward for that. Yeah.
So what can people expect from your stall?
They can learn all about the Zambezi region. They can learn all about sustainable tourism. They can learn all about how to get there because, as you said, it's a bit far, but there is different ways to get up to the Zambezi region. So they're all welcome to come and learn.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Is there anything that you'd want to tell the viewers out there, me in particular, before we let you go?
Well, I expect you up to our lodges. I expect you there to visit our lodges.
Yes,
to
I'm
learn more
definitely
about the
coming.
region. And then I would like to invite everybody to think about the Zambezi region as a destination because it's always been just a getaway or a way through to get to other places like the Victoria Falls or the Chobe National Park, but it's actually a beautiful area to spend more time. So that's what I would like to say, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I was just speaking to Simone from Wild Waters Group of Lodges, and we'll be right back with more Smaller Coffee after the break.
This is Africa. Good morning.
My name is Aina Raizakaya alongside Diana Master.
In the ANC conference in December. So starting off with the cycling.
Africa, good morning. Do have a lovely...
Minister Monica Mchangwa has said that
With the soccer, the English Premier League continued, the biggest game being...
On that note, it is all our love, all our light.
Welcome back. We are going to jump into the news. So yesterday, as we have said, was the opening of the expo, and it was quite informative because this year is the 24th expo taking place. It started back in
24th.
Yeah, it started back in 1999. And what was really interesting is there was a group of tourism students here, and Maggie Mbaku from NMH, she asked who was born in 1999, and none of the students were even born back then.
Now I'm feeling a bit old.
Yes, I also felt a little bit old. So let's check out this video of Albi Botha and Maggie Mbaku.
We're going to focus just on what we're going to do at the Tourism Expo in the next 3 days. I'm a man of history and I love history, but I'm not here to talk about history today. I'm really trying to say, how do we engage the Expo in these 3 days that we have, and how do we take this concept in the next 12 months? Somewhere along the line, someone in Rome decided that we work on a yearly calendar, and so every year, how do we do stuff? I think too often we spend too much time just in the moment and not try and engage that process over a year. So allow us to share our plan of action for this next 3 days. I've learned far too often that people struggle to read, so allow me to tell you what we're doing and what we're going to do in the next 12 months. This expo, its theme is Beyond Borders, and yes, it is about the geography as well, and we'll get to the geography just now, but it's a lot more than the geography. So we've been sitting here for half an hour, so allow me to take you through the program to understand that we're trying to get a mix and match between what we do as exhibitors, sound very calm and very professional and all the rest, and the energy that's outside. So you'll see a lot of music engagements, promoting Namibian artists, and that is outside, because we are a country of outsideness. So that we like our halls, we like our exhibitions, but at the same time, people that come want to have a good time as well. So we spend a lot of time in that process of being outside. On Thursday, we'll announce show the videos of the Tourist of the Year. We'll get to that just now. And of course, Friday night, celebrating the Carnival of Flames.
Is indeed an opening. My name is Maggie Mbago, and I am given the responsibility, single one, of welcoming you to this 24th, yes, tied up, of Tourism Expo, which is celebrated under the theme Beyond Borders. Yeah, so many new things this afternoon. To start with, the room where we are in. It's just to show that there's new things happening. Secondly, the duration of the Tourism Expo. You have seen the dates, something new. Thirdly, the opening of the expo. There are no national flags because we are in business. We have few days to make business and network. So we decided, let's do things faster. So this expo started in 1999 and it was referred to as Namibia Holiday and Travel Expo. This idea evolved from a highly successful stories, not expo, only stories of games. People started playing games and the functions to where we are today. So there was only games and little functions to where we are today.
Just watching that video makes me so excited to be here and to partake in the Tourism Expo.
I don't know if you saw, they stood a Romance Street.
Yes.
And it was so funny because we asked the lady from the Swakopmund municipality, why did you decide to go with Romance Street? And she says, whenever there are people in Swakopmund, they walk hand in hand. Everyone looks so in love when they are in Swakop. She says it's... So that's why they went with Romance
Oh,
Street.
wow, that is so beautiful. Yes. You know, the love is in the air.
And,
I like
and
that.
I see so many exhibitors are really putting in so much effort into their stalls, and there's this thinking behind why they put it together the way they did.
No, I like that. So it's very intentional for every stall that you go to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. And it's selling the soul of the business.
Correct.
Anyways, getting into some interesting smell the coffee news. I mean, it wouldn't be smell the coffee if we didn't have some interesting news for you. Ex-Fugees rapper Press Michael found guilty in scheme to help China influence U.S. government. The rapper Press Michael was found guilty in federal court in Washington on Wednesday of 10 criminal counts related to an international conspiracy reaching the highest levels of the U.S. government. The Grammy-winning artist and former member of the Fugees faced multiple counts over the failed conspiracy to help Malaysian businessman Zhou Luo and the Chinese government gain access to U.S. officials, including former presidents Barack Obama and Donald Trump. Michael was found guilty of conspiracy to defraud the U.S., witness tampering, and acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. He faces up to 20 years in prison. No sentencing date was set. His attorney, David Kerner, expressed disappointment about the verdicts, but said he was confident that his mistrial motions will work out in their favor. Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I just can't fathom why you're a rapper, you're in the public eye, you're successful.
Yes.
In what you wanted to create it for your career, for your life. Why do that? Was it worth it?
But he's not, he's not relevant now. I mean, we know him from the Fugees, but they're not currently selling anything. You know, maybe the greed got to him. You know, he needs to maintain the lifestyle and, records are not selling, maybe.
I'm pretty sure the lifestyle he's going to have in prison is
because I think he got like
a lot.
100 million. Is it 100 million? Yeah, that's a lot of money. $100 million US.
That I don't have to work or do anything with that kind of money.
No, but that's what he was paid to do this kind of work. And I think greed got the better of him. And it's just, I don't know what's up with the Fugees. I mean, really, like, what's up with them?
I unfortunately can't comment on that because I don't know them too well.
Oh, I see. But it's jarring. Like, you're in the public eye and you're doing this.
The thing for me is, if he's being paid 100 million US, that means someone's working behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Someone's that's not being caught, that's not being held accountable for their actions, which means they're going to get someone else. They're going to approach someone else and say, okay, listen, continue.
And the fact that they're so bold to approach a public figure.
I know.
Right? Like, hey, do you want to do this thing for us? And he says yes. Wow. Interesting.
Heading over to some Namibian news, the energy conference started in the capital yesterday, and we are going to watch a short video on how that went. Day 1 of the Namibia International Energy Conference 2023 started on Wednesday with discussions with an open ministerial panel. They emphasized the need to fast-track energy developments for energy security and economic expansion. The discussion explored the theme Shaping the Future of Energy Towards Value Creation. According to Maggie Shino, Petroleum Commissioner at the Ministry of Mines and Energy in Namibia, expressed the government's dedication towards the development and growth of Namibia's energy sector while affirming support for key decision makers, industry leaders and experts to engage in meaningful dialogue around industry developments. They have managed to unlock the potential of the Orange Basin, she said, adding that they are aware of the resources and where they are, but what you need to know is that the potential in terms of the entire Namibian coastline is vast. The number of prospects that they are seeing ranges from shallow water to deep water, and that's increasing. Panelists discussed that it's very important that diversification happens early. They saw what other successful oil-producing countries have done with the development of hydrocarbons and how they have utilized these resources to make sure that the energy dilemma is managed correctly.
Now getting into our next bit of news, Pope Francis gives women historic right to vote at meeting. The Pope will for the first time allow women to vote at an influential global meeting of bishops in October, a move that has been welcomed as a historic first. The new rules announced on Wednesday will give 5 religious sisters voting rights at the Synod, which is a papal advisory body. In the past, women were only allowed to attend the gathering as observers. Men will still cast the majority of the votes at the influential gathering. Nevertheless, the reforms are seen as a significant shift for the Roman Catholic Church, which has been male-dominated for centuries. Yeah, when I read this story, I was a little bit shocked. We're in the 21st century, and yeah, this is the first time this law is being passed.
Well, good luck to them and congratulations to all the women out there.
Yeah.
I think it's about time.
Yeah, but it should have happened a long time ago.
So much is being expected of women all across the globe. We need to work. We need to raise our kids as if we don't work. We need to chase our career as if we're not family people. And then still not having the right to make decisions, to have an opinion.
Somebody should make decisions for you.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked that this was not passed. And you know, I was like, what? How is this something that's being done now, only now?
But at least it is being done. Imagine going through another 50 or 100
yes, exactly.
years.
It's good progress. It's still good progress, but I was just like, what in the 21st century? Come on.
Maybe we should look into what other bills still needs to be passed to have women rights just as equal.
Yes, truly, truly so. I believe that, like you said, like women have it a little bit on the harder side of things because we are now juggling, you know, raising kids, having a career. I should at least be able to make decisions.
Exactly.
Yes.
This was the news on Smell the Coffee. We will be back after the short break.
Good evening and welcome to Sunset News.
Dutch stays on list A in his speech to rate in taxes and how much.
After the break, we take a look at the sports.
We bring you
Economic indicators, tomorrow's weather and sports. I am Raina Raiza Kweo.
So I had the pleasure of announcing NTV's Editor's Choice Awards for my favorite stand, and I awarded it to Manny's Bike Maker because they have beer on tap. But it's very interesting because he built it himself. Let's take a look. So I'm joined here with Manny from Manny's Bike Maker, and it is the first day of the expo. Quickly tell us what brought you to the expo this year.
Yeah, Thank you for visiting my stall, Manny's Bike Maker. I actually decided to promote a little bit of renter bikes, tourism. I know in Europe there's a lot of people riding e-bikes, and it's also becoming quite a big thing in Namibia. So I mean, I've got a couple of renter bikes, e-bikes, e-fat bikes, that we're going to exhibit here and offer to the tourism industry to offer to their customers.
Can people buy bikes here directly from you at the expo?
Yes, I mean, so my shop is not far away from here, so everything's on the website. And if they see something available here, there's more of them at the shop. So the fat bikes and the e-fat bikes that I've got here, they are on special for the duration of the show. So the people can save if they decide to buy a bike now.
And I see here at the back you have beer on tap.
Yeah, well, I mean, Namibia, what is Namibia without an ice-cold beer? Something I've seen at the Eurobike, which is actually a bike show in Europe, one of the biggest bike shows in Europe, in Germany. And I saw the idea and, came back to Namibia, I think it was 7 years ago, and decided to make my own. This is for the road bike industry. I haven't had time to make one for the mountain bike and for the fat bikes. But yeah, I must say, wherever I exhibit this, there's a lot of people
are interested.
Looking at it, and and if beer's for free, that's even better.
Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the expo.
Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
So I don't have to explain to you why I chose Manny's Bike Maker.
I see. And the beer is for free.
And it's cold.
And it's cold. Wow. Very interesting as well. The design. I mean, yeah, creative choices.
And he told me this is only the mountain bike, so he's a road bike. So he still wants to do one with a fat bike, which is so interesting.
Wow. And I'm just thinking, like, he was at home and he's like, how can I get creative around beer? And he formed that.
And it's so innovative, because what do Namibians want? We just want beer.
We really like our beer. We really like our beer.
Especially in this heat, and especially after a race.
Fun fact, I've actually seen that Namibian beer is really celebrated, not only here, but if you travel.
Yes.
Like, I was so shocked. I was in South Africa, I was in Europe, and people were like asking about Namibian beer, whether it's the Ventuklager. Most of the Ventuklager, I think I've seen that abroad. But yeah, interesting to see that.
But except for the beer at Manny's Bike Maker, there's also wine tastings and gin tastings. So that is where I will be.
Tonight.
Tonight, yes.
Yes, so there's interesting lineups of shows tonight.
Yes,
I think
Big Ben is here.
Yes.
And he's a favorite amongst them.
He's my favorite too.
I know.
I don't want to say, I love other artists, but he's my favorite.
So you will be front and center.
I'll be front and center. I'll be dancing, and I'll be having a beer in hand.
Yes, please.
Because we'll be off duty then. But you've really told me a lot about what we can expect from the Tourism Expo. I mean, tomorrow there's going to be the Carnival of Flames.
I cannot wait. I spoke to Diana yesterday, and I said, this is something I'm doing on my own.
Yeah.
I decided not to bring my kids along because I don't know how they're going to react to fire. They might run towards it. and I don't need chaos like that in my life.
Yeah, they might find it very interesting. It's magical for them to see that. I've never seen anything. I've seen the videos, but I've never seen anything like that live. So I'm definitely looking forward to that kind of experience.
Because the videos that was created on it looks So fascinating.
Yes.
I really would like to see how that projects when it's live.
Yes,
You know, with
definitely.
with all the music and the vibes of the people around you and.
Yeah, I see. You seem a lot more relaxed now. I'm guessing it's the spirit of the Tourism Expo.
I love the Tourism Expo.
You're glowing. You're looking pretty.
Thank
in
you.
Purple. So I want some of that to rub off on me. Yeah.
I will. No, stick with me with the expo. No, the work stress goes. But we have run out of time.
Yeah.
So we will be back again tomorrow, same place, same time, and I will be joined with Diana tomorrow once again.